We put power in words. Now it's not to say like someone call you the N word and they mean it in like a hateful way, and they just like the hate and the power that they put behind that word. But then, like I said, it's the power that we put in these words. These words are just words. I thought it was very interesting that a lot of people was defending Will Smith, like, yeah, he's defending his wife's honor and all that stuff, so it's okay for him to then slap a comedian because he made some jokes about his wife. And I'm like, that's what comedians do. They're gonna joke about everybody in the audience. Money that we take and put into the foundation of Black Lives Matter is being used into their own pockets. The founders, the co-owners and stuff, the people at the very top. If your person isn't doing certain things and you find somebody that is, that's typically why people cheat. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy. Innuendo. Get it? We innuendo, but if you with it, when it's finished, in the end, you win. Dough, man. Let's go. Look, back at it like a bad habit. Another video for you guys. We got Pleasant Green. Scammers are now coming after your dog. Like a lot of these scams that people do, you'd be like, oh, that's dumb. Who would fall for this or whatever, right? But you always hear that it happens, and it only really gets to you when it hits close to home. Like I have family members or friends asking me, is this real? That don't even sound like that's legit. But to them, they don't know. And it can, no matter what age you are, you just won't know. And the older you get, the more you're susceptible to this kind of stuff, to hearing this and thinking, oh, this might be real. They might call grandma, grandpa on the phone and offer them $1 million. And you're like, oh, that's so cool. Like, if you just need your social security and the last 4 digits of your credit card information or something like that, why? But as you get older, you're quicker to fall for anything, especially if you need the money. Come on.
Losing a pet is never fun, and it's only made worse when scammers take advantage of you when you're stressed out. Yes, some scammers are seriously going to steal from you while you're out looking for your lost dog. How mean is that? I was notified of a guy named Chris Grasty who commented on someone's Facebook post about their lost dog. And he said if you lost a pet immediately...
Facebook. First of all, these social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, freaking Twitter. You can get somebody. Twitter can have people on there. Shoot, everybody's on TikTok. I wouldn't be surprised if scammers be on TikTok. They use, what is this, WhatsApp? WhatsApp is a whole thing for scammers to be on. Some of these dating apps, scammers, you get the catfish on there, but scammers can also be on there as well, trying to scam you, pretending like they need money for this, that, and the third. Like, I had scammers on this, I think it was called Bingo. I think that was the app, Bingo Live or something like that. I didn't know what kind of app it was. I just downloaded it, and I had people trying to talk to me, and I thought, okay, maybe this is a dating app. And so many of them, something was wrong with their phone, it was broke or whatever, and they couldn't give me like live calls. Like they said, they kept claiming they couldn't call me, they were busy, or they couldn't give me live calls or whatever. And I'm like, that's weird, but all of them saying the same thing, can't show their face or whatever, they could just send me pictures, which I believe is pictures that they took from somebody else, either directly or they tricked somebody else to send them a bunch of pictures, because they kept asking me to send them pictures. Like an idiot, I kept sending them pictures, because I didn't know they was a scammers or after the fact. So, you gotta be careful out here, man.
Immediately send a text to this number. They are specialized in animal tracking. They are highly recommended as they helped me with the recovery of mine when stolen. Now this Chris guy has been very busy. I did a Google search for him and I can see that he spends all his days commenting the same thing in lost animal Facebook groups. Maybe he's just really excited about this company that tracks down lost animals. So I decided to see exactly how he could help. So I texted him and I said, hi, is this the company that does animal tracking? And I get a cute picture of a dog with a graphic boasting a 97% success rate, and he says lost a pet, cat, or dog, notify thousands of neighbor immediately. Well, I'm convinced. I say, great. And he asks, what's the name of your pet? And I just make up a name and I say, Spike. And he says, date your pet went missing. And I say, today. Is he chipped? I say, no. He says, kindly send 4 photos of your pet. All right, so I do the same thing that scammers do every day, and I go to Instagram and I steal someone else's photos.
Yes. They use Instagram. So once they find a particular person on Instagram who, like, they can use a bunch of their photos, they can send you an endless supply of photos and have you thinking,
oh yeah, this person's legit, because they're constantly sending me, but they won't send you no live photos and they won't give you an actual video call. As I say, in 2022, 2023, whatever year we in, bro, if people can't do like FaceTime, like call face to face and stuff, if I can't meet you, nah, bro, nah, don't believe the hype. And especially like once you get to a certain situation where a lot of people are kind of like you get kind of the same responses from a bunch of the same people claiming to be a guy or a girl, it's a scammer. First of all, there's no way these people are that into you, but they'll try to butter you up and say some nice things like calling you handsome or this, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden they want you to send money to a gift card, which I found out is like, what the heck? Like, you know, it'd be like, you know, I got my own money. I just want to. It's like I don't know you. I'm not sending you no money. Why would I send you money? I don't know who you are. Like, I'm not randomly just shipping money out there. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, there are so many cute dogs here. But I find a cute lab and I send the pictures along. He says getting your pet back home safely as soon as possible is all that matters right now. There should be no time wasting on a situation like these. We got canine trailing.
And then the messages, just super quick. A lot of times they'll text you, and sometimes it'll be almost perfect. Like, you'll be like, okay, maybe they made a mistake. But when you read it after a while, because I know people who like actual real life people and aren't scammers who just don't know how to fucking text, bro. Like the messages or whatever. But sometimes you read the message and it'll be broken English. Sometimes it won't be as bad. Like, you won't notice it. Sometimes it will. Getting your pet back home safely as soon as possible is all that matters right now. There should be no time wasting on situations like these. Which, in first glance, you probably think, like, okay, nothing's wrong with that. But punctuation marks, certain words being used, like, I mean, sometimes even I text fast and I'd be like, okay, like, I didn't mean to send that, but you'll notice some stuff they won't say, and some stuff that the way that they message, it'll be kind of like, feel like it's being typed in rush, like they're trying to impersonate typing English rather than just typing in it. I don't know. It don't seem like they really know what they're doing.
Matters right now. There should be no time wasting on a situation like these. We got canine trailing search, drones, and MARN technician coming over for the search. What street was he spotted at last? Wow, he's got a whole military-style operation to find this dog. But I just make up something and I say, Elm Street. Your pet will be brought to you in safe hands. That is our priority. We do charge. Ah, of course they charge. Our canine trailing search drones will start the search. We charge $100 for our service. If not seen in 3 days, it will be fully refunded immediately.
And a lot of times they use that whole, it'll be like refunded after a certain amount of days and all that stuff or whatever to get people to trust in it. They're like, oh, okay. I mean, if they don't find my animal, then obviously it'll be refunded versus the alternative of saying, oh, no, we'll find your animal and it's no refunds. Like some situations would say no refunds, but a lot of times that refund situation is another scam on itself, believe it or not. There's plenty of videos to show when you try to get like a refund and they go into your account, pretend like they sent it, you don't see it or whatever, or they act like they pretend like they sent more money than necessary and they try to get people to send them more money back when they never took money, like when they never sent you money to begin with, or they try to have you take it out of your account. Let's say like if they're supposed to resend you the $100 and they, oops, we accidentally added a zero. If you can just send us the $900 back or whatever the case is, then things will be good or whatever. And then they try to either get you to send it back in a specific way, or they'll sit there and be like, you got to take it out of your ATM and ship it to us. And then while you're sitting there leaving the house thinking, like most people, I don't know if it's common sense, but you can literally keep refreshing your page on your phone and all that other stuff to see what's really going on with your bank and all that stuff. So I don't think people should be able to fall for that, but people be falling for it.
We are waiting on you to begin the search. There should be no time wasting on a situation like these. Getting your pet back home safely ASAP is all that matters right now. So can we proceed?
I was a little shocked when Guardio told me about 10 different information leaks with which I had associated
up.
I said, where are you? He said, we are located at LA and we got expert all over the states. He didn't even ask what state I lived in. All I gave him was a fake street from an 80s horror flick.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I said, how do I pay you? We got Cash App, Zelle, and PayPal. How do you want to make your payment?
Cash App, Zelle, and PayPal. The PayPal has a better track record from what I'm aware of. Zelle, they can find a way to money launder the stuff through Bitcoin through Zelle, but it does work through some bank accounts, so it's kind of like weird. And Cash App has like the biggest scam situations ever because you can't, until Cash App makes a decision to do better, you can't claim that money. You can't claim, you can probably do it through your actual bank, but you can't claim your money through Cash App at all. So and you got to be careful with Cash App. That's why I have my transactions paused on my application, because if you have your card on Cash App, I had somebody I forgot how much money they tried to take out, and they sent me some of it back, but I don't know if I was drunk last night. But I was so confused. I woke up, I was like, "It's money just missing at a random time," and it was like 7 o'clock. So I was like, "Was I even asleep at this time?" I wouldn't even. I woke up the next morning. I was like, "Bro, what the heck is going on?" Nah.
Payments. I responded and I say Zelle. He says, here is the Zelle info. Kindly make your payment and send a screenshot of payment once done for the fast confirmation so search would commence immediately. So he sends me an email address for a guy named Jose. And I said, are you Jose? It was given to me by the company supplier. I can assure you your pet will be brought to you safely. That's our priority. We do our job well and the pet...
Right there, text messages right there. It was given instead of it was given, which I know people probably could be like, oh, honest mistake or whatever. I can assure you your pet will be brought to you safely.
Pet will be brought to you safely. That's our priority.
That our priority instead of that's our priority or that is our priority. Like, it's little sudden things that you probably be like, okay, there's just a way. And they know that people like us, we don't even pay attention to that stuff. So I kind of be a little worried if it depends on how much words are mistyped. And I'd be like, what the world is going on? Is this even like the real person I'm talking? You got to kind of be worried a little bit in certain situations. You can't just be trusting of everything.
Priority. We do our job well and the pet are being taken to their home safely. You have nothing to worry about. If your pet isn't brought to you, your money will be fully refunded to you ASAP. Now, if Jose has a Zelle account, then he must have a US bank account. But something tells me that this scammer is not in the US, which would mean that Jose is a domestic money mule that I need to report to law enforcement. But the scammer wants my money quick. He says send a screenshot of the payment. I think that this guy doesn't seem very smart, so I'm going to send him a trackable link from grabify.link that will snag his IP address if he clicks on it. And he's dumb enough to click on it, and I can see that he's coming from Santa Clara, California. Not so fast, you scammer. I can tell that you're using a VPN.
Yes. And this is why you're using a Gravify link. You guys should definitely try it if you're unsure and you're smart enough to trick somebody into clicking on it. It'll tell you where they truly are, if they're using a VPN, which will mask their actual identity, like where they located and stuff. And it also says what kind of phone they're using and the phone service and signal and stuff, or computer stuff. So a lot of times the VPN will change it, but it doesn't change everything. Like, they're not smart enough to change every single detail. So,
because the time zone in your phone is Nigeria.
See, time zone shows right there. So how can he be in Africa, Lagos, Africa, whatever, Nigeria, if he's in the United States? Like, there's two different places. Like, it's putting two and two together.
Time. Which makes sense because I go to Chris's Facebook page and he's changed his name from Samuel Patrick and all his friends are from Nigeria.
See? Didn't even think about that, did he?
Well, he has no idea that I know who he really is, so he just asked for my Zelle name. And I look up the most common name in Nigeria, and it turns out it's Musa. So that's what I tell him that my username is. And he didn't write back. I was like, have you started looking yet? Hello? Could I have guessed this guy's real name and scared him off? Is this guy's name really Musa? Well, I'm not done with this Musa guy, or whatever his name is, so I wrote him back from another number, and I said, hello, is this the pet tracking service? I saw your number on Facebook. Now, while we wait for him to respond, it's kind of shocking how much you can find out about a person just off a single click, like where you are or what kind of device you're using. But now imagine what other kind of personal information of yours is being collected and sold to data brokers who want to target you. It happens every day. But
Yeah, so you got to be aware of that too, especially if he's able to track people like stuff like that. People are. That's why if you get mysterious links on your phone and mysterious calls, you got to be careful. Answering stuff may or may not. It depends. It's hard to tell. But clicking stuff, you got to really be careful. I've gotten so many messages randomly telling me somehow I won the lottery. How many times am I going to win the lottery this month, scammers? Come on now. You can't, like, come on, man. This is insane.
Baby or feathered friends. How can we help you? Well, he goes through the same script and he asks for my dog's name. So I googled the most common dog name in 2022 and it turns out it's Luna. So I told him Luna. He says date Luna went missing. It was Sunday night. So he continues with the script and he asks for more photos. So I'm back to Instagram looking for more dog photos. He says, what street was she spotted at last? So now I Google the most famous street in Lagos, Nigeria. And it turns out it's Broad Street. So I respond and I say, Broad Street. And he goes quiet for like 5 minutes. But eventually he starts up with how he's gonna call in the military and the drones and the technicians and how he needs $100 to get started.
These commercials just be popping out of the butt cheeks, bro. Stop. But basically, hold on. There's one more thing I want to talk about. I want to watch before I...
He doesn't even know where I live. I say, do you operate in my city? Yes, we got expert all over the states in US. You have nothing to worry about. I say, but I'm not in the USA. Where are you located? I said, Lagos, Nigeria. Do you operate there? Hello? I scared him again. I'm having way too much fun. So I get a third Google Voice number and I text it and I say, are you able to help me find my dog? I saw your number on Facebook.
Okay, there's one more thing. Where's it at? He's about to call the guy as well. Talk to him for a quick second.
Texting him on and I say, hi, is this Samuel Patrick? And he writes back right away and he says, hello, sorry, who's these? Which is a pretty
Yeah, not the improper English.
clear indicator that it's him. And I just respond and say, Freddy Krueger. And that's when he immediately calls me. Hello, is this Samuel Patrick?
Samuel Patrick.
Yeah, is this you?
Sorry, you got the wrong number, please.
Oh, okay, well then this must be Chris.
Which, and so, like, I'm not making fun of nobody's accent and stuff like that, but people who don't speak English, even they say we speak improper English, but people who don't speak English, their accent or the way that they say certain things comes off a little weird. So that's how you could tell that they're not from here. And that's one indication. And it's funny to hear, like, okay, like you hear, like, the misproper English, certain words, certain phrases, like, how they, like, I've had people, I think 2 co-workers of mine are African, I believe, but they speak French. But you notice, and there was another young lady I used to work with who I believe is the same. But I noticed, like, when they ask for things, it's more of a give me or hand me that than may I and can you please and all this. Like, they don't use a lot of please and thank yous. And I mean, I get it's a certain way, but there's still a certain tone that comes out too when they say it. So if they say, give me that there, instead of may you hand me that please, like, I don't, it's a certain tone about it. So you get kind of like that certain response of them not understanding the full extent of how the English language goes. And so they're doing their best, but that's how you can kind of tell a little bit if a person is actually from here or not. You can live here for a while, but certain ways you say and do certain things is going to be completely different than how we do stuff here. So that's how you can kind of figure it out.
Grasty, are you the one that's been scamming people while they're trying to find their dogs?
No. I'm not the one, please.
Okay, well, it's been someone from this number, though.
Nah, I'm not the one.
Okay, well, I just wanted to know if you had anything you wanted to say for yourself. Anything you wanted to say about what you've been up to?
Nah, I'm not the one. I'm not the one.
You're not the... He hung up. So after he hangs up, he's still messaging me, and he says, hello, how does the Samuel Patrick look like? And I respond, and I say, look in the mirror and tell me. And he laughs, and he says, really? And I just say, do you have anything to say for yourself? And he says, yeah, go F your mom, Ben. So I think we found our guy.
So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Put your videos out every single week, pretty much every single day. We're on the road to 100 on this channel. Comment to channel. Let's get it in. Appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Got more videos to check out, more videos to react to, more videos to post up. So yeah, getting these videos out the way. So you guys got to be careful with these scam videos, bro. Let's just be aware. Let's just be mindful. And let's just be safe, okay? Appreciate you guys. I love you. Stay blessed, no stress. But God take care of the rest. See you guys in the next, man. Peace out. Love you. Bye.
Man, take a fucking hike.
Innuendo.
Man, just take a fucking hike.
Hey yo, tell these people take a hike, but I'm not talking about hiking. Hiking, you can get lost when you're hiking. No man, follow the stars, that's who I be. Low key, I'm a god like Thor's brother. I'm the highest of the hikings. When my girl see me, she always gonna be greeting me instead of calling me babe. She like hiking.